free. There's a stage of condition that we are in, and it is impossible for us to process what we see or hear correctly. When that is the case, those things we have seen or heard can negatively impact our minds, crushing or destroying us in the process. A teenager was discussing with her friend, and the discussion went round, and then the friend advised her, look, if you want to keep a boyfriend, you must satisfy him with sex. The result is that at the age of 21, that former teenager already had 3 children from different boys. I said boys, not men. Because those people she had the children for were not those who could marry her and keep her in the home. She had what she couldn't process, and what she had crushed her. This point we have made is well understood by those in the movie industry. That is why films are rated. They place age restrictions on movies based on the level of content of 4 major things: S, N, P, M. Do we usually see it on top of movies? The S is for sexual content, N, amount of nudity, V, level of violence, and L, how strong the language used is. At a particular age, the younger ones simply do not have the capacity to properly process what is seen and heard. So instead of them profiting from those things cause damage to their psyche. The fact is that in the world we live in today, especially because of social media, the younger generation is condemned to seeing and hearing what they simply cannot mentally process. They are being harmed by the things they cannot hide from. I read somewhere that the human brain is not fully developed until 25. So, what's the submission? Given the overload of destructive, ruinous, damaging, and toxic content invading the minds of everyone alive today, everyone, including adults, the younger generation simply deserves to be pitied. So, can we return to our table now? If you can, don't look at your first rating. Just fill the second column using the same guide. So, think back at the video you watched and fill the second column. We said it is a workshop. So I'm just supposed to make a presentation, then we discuss. I'm supposed to have 1 hour, but I've spent less than 30 minutes now. So, have you filled the second column? Is there a difference in our ratings? Okay, some of us don't have difference, some of us have. Okay. Let's watch another video. Video 2. Thank you. Does this second video make you sad or angry or sympathetic?
Very sad.
If you observe, I get amused, because if anyone here is amused by this, we will require psychiatric recommendation in case there is a disorder. Now, you know one of the questions I asked myself when I first saw that video. No, it's not really who recorded it. Because sometimes we need this kind of information to guide us. The only thing is, don't forward things like this. Just have the knowledge and then use it for good. I asked myself, are these two siblings? Because there are cases of where the siblings. Another question, do they come from a family of maybe 6? And father, mother, children, and living in the home? Did you observe the innocence of the two of them? They didn't really know what they were doing. But they had seen something that they wanted to practice. They couldn't process what they saw. So they couldn't profit from it. Now their lives are on the brink. As a postscript, if there's any young person who have been angry with, we may need to think again and do something different. For the sake of a smooth, peaceful, and fulfilling austerity. Some of the younger ones we are angry with. They were battered by things they were not supposed to see and hear. It wasn't their choice. Sometimes a child is doing assignment and also visited sites pop up and they are forced to watch. Sometimes in our own WhatsApp groups, we send some things that are not too good. Our children are playing with our phones and they see some of those contents. They are condemned, so to say, to see what their minds cannot properly process. So it is crushing them. So again, if there's any young person that we are angry with, we may need to think again and do something different for the sake of a smooth, peaceful, and fulfilling austerity. So thank you. Now, do we have comments, contributions, questions? I hope I've not saddened you. Shalom, your hand came up first. Is there a microphone that can go? All right. Now.
Okay, my own is actually just a very, very short comment. I've been discussing some of my immediate thinking with General Power here. But based on your own explanation, I had a different view again. For instance, the second video, I was telling him that there's no way these children can do this kind of action. Maybe it's one stupid or criminal adult that, you know, for whatever you want to achieve, made it to do what they did there. But based on your own explanation, it's possible they saw maybe their parents or whoever doing this because of the conditions in which they were living, and they tried to do it. So based on that, my anger about maybe an adult that was there, or even the children, subsided. So, so from what you have explained, you cannot really blame them. You cannot really blame them. So that's just my little comment. I think the visual that we have watched are very, very educative, and I think I've learned a lot. Whatever issue now that I confront, I will take my time to think about it very, very carefully. Think about all the possible options before I actually arrive at a conclusion or ask questions. Thank you.
Yes.
The house asked the permission for you. This does not matter. That's the way I'm thinking about it.
What's your answer?
Yes. General House, sir. Ladies and gentlemen. With all what's, with what I'm saying, I want us to roll our mind back to what is happening in Nigeria now. That's what I want to put it. Then put me hunger, pity, sadness.
Why is your voice undulating?
I want us to roll our mind back to what is happening in Nigeria now. And with the lecture that we just listened to. There's so many things that is happening in Nigeria now. Election is coming up. If you look at it, social media is there, electronic media, friends, name it. We're in the world of global village of maybe simple communication. I want us to put our mind back into this lecture and think about Nigeria and what we should preach to Nigerians as what? As a veterans. What we've seen in Nigeria, we've conquered, we went through all nooks and corners of this country. We know what is happening, we know what's not happening, and what's going to happen in the future. That's the intention and posterity. Coming to Nigeria, do we need all this anger that we are seeing in Nigeria now? What you just said. With our leaders, and we have national items. National items, not items. We call it items. We deploy making items together. Do we actually practice some of these things that are giving us anger? That if you should ask them, all of us here, whether the PDP, Labour, or this, or APC, yes, we will. If you bring political party now into play now, I'm sure people are going to stone you, sir. If you are not a political member, you the results just as now. So you can see what is happening in Nigeria now is related to some of this question you just asked and what you just delivered to us. I just want to say that it's a lesson to all of us that we should remember Nigeria with some of the lectures, keynote that he just given us. Don't get angry. Our leaders, they are not doing right. Our leaders are bad. Our leaders are good. When we are benefiting, they are good. When we are not benefiting, they are bad. Or when we are benefiting in between, well, maybe. Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am, before you talk back, I think that you just respond to what Shalamba said. If you are standing in front of your house with your child, and a reckless Okada man leaves the road, comes to knock down your child, of course you'll be angry at the Okada man, but you will suppress that anger and first. Yes. So it's the same thing. There's no way some of these things will not anger us. there's no way to not generate the emotion of anger. But we may need to suppress the emotion of anger and elevate the emotion of sympathy so that we get results. For Najim,
Sir.
Initially I wanted to say, well, let's leave our leaders out. But then we can still relate it in one way or the other. Because I have been in positions of leadership, there's something I've come to learn. When you are out, you know everything. When you are in, you appreciate everything. Let's try and apply that to the leadership of the country. Yes, ma'am.
I would like to refer to the second video before the first one.
Okay.
And similarity in both. I see the children as being innocent. And for the second video, I could see confusion in the face of those children. And it goes to show, and of course there was another, like what Shalanga said, somebody was videoing them. And you could see that the second video showed a child that was confused. They were giving them instruction as to what to do. This was not what they wanted to do. And then for the first video, it looks like a nursery school, a primary school. Maybe they're practicing for cultural day.
Yes.
And then the teachers are asking them to dance, but they're going beyond the limit of normalcy. In all of this, I see a society of corrupt teachers or adults, whether they're angry or whatever, because there is no normal thinking person that will allow his child to be subjected to that kind of immoral act. And this could be in a camp, it could be a camp of refugee, it could be in a private school, or this is the adults' way of reacting to their status in society. They probably want to send a message that nobody is caring for them, or they want to send a message to somebody, and they're using the children. And of course, because children are very vulnerable, and of course, we're going to react the way we are reacting. How can this one happen? Well, let us look at the people who are doing the videoing and the teaching. They are the ones leading these children into this state of calamity. So I rather see, apart from being angry, I see concern. I think we should be concerned. It goes to show that when you leave your children with your house help or your minder or whoever is taking care of them, there should be maybe a CCTV cameras to know what is going on. A lot of these children are just left in the custody of these minders, and they do whatever atrocity that you don't know. And then you get home and you find your children doing things that you never thought of. So I see a set of innocent children who are subjected to immoral acts, and a set of adults whose brain have somersaulted and are reacting in a different way. Thank you.
Thank you. If you gather children and tell them to play, maybe a game.
So scary.
If you watch closely, you will see them learning life skills. I taught some children to do sway only. Some of them were teaching others who did not know how to do sway. One was organizing, okay, who are those who will pair up? They are already showing talents of what they can be in life.
I don't know what is sway. I know, but people don't.
Who doesn't know sway?
Hop step or hop step.
You don't know. When you get to ask madam.
Yes, small boy. Small job of service.
You didn't do sway when you were this game. Step up and
Hop step jump.
and jump.
Because this is way in Yoruba, the language.
Okay, well I know it as sway.
In Yoruba language, so you can see it's part of I think of something and I bring it down. So we're still like the president.
No, but the point I'm trying to make is that when you gather children, you will see the innate good qualities that God has put in them. It is we adults who corrupt them. So we should be careful what we do to children so that we don't help them to turn out to be bad. As you said, man, In that video, there are adults that we should be angry at. There are children we should pity. Because some of those children probably went for a party innocently and were made to do those things. It will register, they cannot process it when they go home and start practicing. Sorry, President. I think she raised her hand first.
Really, like the last statement you made, the adults should be responsible for whatever we see the children play out or do. Let's start from home, because most times there are things we do, like in the house, maybe as husband and wife, we may just allow the children see how we play, and the children, whatever we do is registering in their brain or mind. And by the time they go out, in the absence of parents, they try to practice. That is the one aspect. But in the video that we watch, I want to believe that my own thinking, those people maybe are doing that or they did that for something, maybe to get something, or out of anger, maybe to do that so that they can pay back whichever institution or school that did something wrong to them. So, like parents, like you said, we have to be very careful. Whatever might be, both lies, because we are talking about sound and action. So, whether lies or whatever we do, we should be careful. When the children are there, we should not expose them to it. And that will help them to grow with high standard of morality.
Thank you, President.
Gentlemen, the first video, I just want to talk on the first video. Then there's a third video which Oga Family Woody don't show, which I asked. Yes. Let's be honest with ourselves. Parents have a lot of role to play in the life of our children, even grandchildren. I was with the treasurer in General Queen Elizabeth's 50th birthday when our granddaughter, Akola ADC. Yes. She sat down and immediately, come, you are a woman. You don't sit anyhow. For other parents, you just say nothing. Remember that child. The first video, I belong to a forum where I did my MBA. It was in the University of Calabar outreach. I saw that video on that platform first. That video happened right here in Lagos. I won't mention the name of this because it was in Agege. Lagos State Government has sacked the principal and the deputy and the vice principal and dissolved the PTA board because of that video. So I just want to say, parents, grandparents have a lot of role to play in the upbringing of our children and grandchildren. Please, when we see this type of thing, let us sorrow. Okay, talk, condemn what is bad. The second point I want to make is that video I asked for. He made mention of bringing up, showing your child something for posterity. That video I asked for was a mother-in-law visited her son. Then the mother-in-law said that she has a Parkinson, visible Parkinson, that she no place. So she served the grandmother while she was trying to eat it. And the wife just came. I told you not of medicine. There was this small child. I told you not of medicine everywhere. I posted it on our phone. I told you not of messing this thing up. And the child just said, no. His color broke it, took the money down, went out to go and buy two unbreakable plates. Came back and I gave to the mom. She said, where did you not tell her where you got the money? What do you want to say? I want my grandmother to be eating with this one so that she will not spill her food again. Then he said, what of the second one? So that when you grow, my wife will not eat like my grandmother. That's a very big lesson.
Yeah.
That's just my comment.
We cannot hide from the fact that generations, a parent was invited to a school and told her, look, your daughter is messing up with a boy in school. She initiated the immoral act. And then the mother said, I'm aware my daughter has crush for the boy. So as far as she was concerned, there was nothing wrong.
So, from 3 different perspectives. One of them, they have to do with the economic, social. First, Baba Femi Ashit, and so on, in their different rooms, with 5 children, 1 husband, 1 mother, and so in one room. The next room, maybe 6 children, and so on and so forth. You find that this type of thing is not likely to happen, because these children will continue to interact and eat. In most cases, parents will not even be there. So I think, so that, you see, if we go to homes where people live in flats and so on, I think this type of thing is rare. It could be maybe occasionally happen, but it's going to be rare. So what I'm saying is that it has to do with the socio-economic factor. The second one is with the level of learning of even teachers. I think it's much to be desired. Because if a teacher has gone through normal education, where you really learn education, and you undergo some lectures in school, you know that there are levels of learning, from creche to primary to and so and so forth. I think right from the smallest one, teachers will be learning enough to know that these type of things they should not put children into practice. That is it. Secondly,
That's the first one, sir.
what is
Third one.
no, okay. That was it. After I've said it, on the part of parents, well, we know that we just have to watch children. Oftentimes we go to work, we leave them free, and then you come back in the evening, the second day you're off again by 5 o'clock. So whatever happens in the afternoon, and so you should, sort of, in your absence, let that be much. Let these children be kept busy in such a way that, and kept busy in organized situations, not just accidental ones. That is one. Secondly, or fourthly, so if anybody is getting reward or being paid to, being paid for this type of schools, I think it's going. So when you talk about film censorship and so on, it's very relevant because some people could be paid to do this type of thing, and you sell it, because of social media, people pay you for it and so on. I think that would be a factor. These are my thoughts.
And that's one of the reasons we're saying we must be intentional. We cannot run from some of these factors. They are here with us. So we must not be intentional about the younger ones and increase effort so that their lives are straight. Yes, Antonica.
Let me just say thank you very much for the presentation. I want to look it from another angle, my own perspective. We have been talking about the teachers. I want to look at the parents and the peer influence. It's not just the video we are talking about. Let me give you an example. I have these 2 ladies, girls in the church, and they were always giving problem. Their mode of dressing and all that. When you talk to them this Sunday, next Sunday they will be the center of the topic again. So we invited the mother who just lost her husband. Funny enough, she came to the church in short knicker and spaghetti blouse.
That's mother.
Yes.
Okay, service was not on.
On after service, she was waiting for us. She just stayed in front of the church. Then later she came in and I walked her out immediately. If you are coming to the church where we are wearing long gown and decided to dress in short knicker, a mother, a grandmother, she has 4 grandchildren already. And I look at the ages of those her daughters and the grandchildren. I wrote her off immediately. But I try to caution myself that if you are trying to bring peace, to train somebody to counsel people, you don't show annoyance already. So I remember that after the church service, an elderly person was around with someone that with few others. Immediately the most senior person, a man of about 75, 76 said, this lady, why are you always bringing your family into this kind of discussion? The mother jumped up, attacked the man, and said, I don't want that to church is for prayers. If you cannot say, she went on and on. And I said, there will be no need for us to sit and talk to you. We have seen that your children are just that the man should please bear with us. He could go, and the remaining members of the church will suspend those children from coming to that particular place. But to not just stop there. If you ask them to go without monitoring them further, we didn't know they were already doing damages to other children in the church. 2 days after, I noticed a small girl, 5, 6, she was dancing this funny dance in the church. And I was always going in when they have practices with my water cane. So I dragged her to one corner, beat her, sent for her mother. That you will tell people you are doing night duty, a prison officer. Have you forgotten that you have this little girl in the house? Where is their father? Is in the house. And the other ones, I look at them, age 13 to 15, they're already rotten. So I went further to ask those ones questions. That don't you know you have to do this to your younger sister? And she said, is this person that told me that we should go out with one baba, they will give us money. So it's not just teachers, church level, from our homes, peer influence, whom are they talking to? Immediately, I asked the father to see us. That you are a man, you stay from morning to night in the house, the wife will go and struggle and bring money, and you cannot train your children. You are disgraced to the society. And the man reasoned along with me, said, Mommy, they told me you are a tough person, but you have pointed at something, that by any time I wanted to correct them, their mother is always fighting me. So it has a lot to do with the parents, the society as a whole. Because if you go, many of our churches now, they are doing nonsense in the churches. And you are not correcting them, they say it's just to worship. In fact, most of them will tell you they are waiting for a crowd in the church. So they are not correcting them. My church, you cannot wear this, you cannot wear that. Maybe on Sundays we have less than 20 people to worship God, and I'm happy with that. But when you go to other places, the kind of things we see, dances, dance steps and all that. And they know, like the choirs, if I'm doing Thanksgiving and you start all this jogging mommy in the church, in fact, I will send you out. Because that is how we should look at it. But when some pastors are even telling them that there is nothing wrong in what they are doing. So what I'm saying in essence is, we should not carry the problems to the teachers alone. Parents have a lot to do.
It's a concerted effort.
The peer influence,
all hands must be on
deck. The senior ones must be able to show the younger ones good examples, not what they like. We have even seen cases where grandmothers are sending their granddaughters, giving them letters to their boyfriend. And they'll go, get to the street, open the letters and read. I caught them. Grandma gave me a letter to her boyfriend. I felt terribly bad. And I called the grandma and said, you are a useless woman. You are sending this one to give another man letter. To do what? If you want to do any nonsense, why don't you just go directly and finish yourself? Why involving these children? So, I want to thank you once again. That is everybody's duty. And we should all get on to this assignment. All hands must be on deck. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, I think that will be the last one. You wanted to say something? And because you are there,
I want to thank you very much for this, your presentation. I think it has gone a long way to make us think about prosperity. Social media, I want to thank God for the social media also, because it has gone a long way to expose to us some of the evils that are going on in our society. It has its advantages, it has its disadvantages. We're looking at the advantage part of it. This that you have brought up this morning, I think is because of social media. If this thing was not circulated, we wouldn't have known. If you were not here to do this presentation, you wouldn't have been able to show us what has happened. These days, you find parents even going to school to query teachers for disciplining their children. You find neighbors attacking their neighbor for somebody else quarreling or disciplining their own children. This is part of the thing that brings this kind of evil into the society, where we cannot caution another person's child. In those days, it was not like that. I cannot do something bad and someone will see me. That person will query me for it. So I want to thank you, while I also draw on us as parents to please carry this message to our neighboring community. Because if we shy away from it, we are not helping the system. We are not helping the society. Even the word of God tells us to bring up these children while they are young, so that when they grow up, they will not depart from that discipline. Yes. So please let us take this message and bring up these children. Your neighbor's child is your child. Don't query your neighbor for disciplining your child. And do that which you know you are doing that is right before God. To discipline another person's child when you find him doing wrong. I did that to one woman who had a salon close to my house. I was talking to the child for doing something wrong. The child was looking at me with one eye. I followed that child to the mother, and I caned the child in the presence of the mother. And the mother was very happy. So because the mother did not or supported me, that child will not do that again outside. So a lot of things that these children do, you wonder where they get it from. Let us continue to do our best to ensure that our children tomorrow will behave in a better way for our society. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So again, please make it short. So one time.
Just a summary of what is that parents have a happy time.
Sorry, louder.
Parents don't have time to teach children. Because as a soldier, you are posted to anywhere. Why you leave your children with your wife? In the barracks. So this with all this type of whatever characters. So I can remember when we were about 10 years in as commission officer, my son said that I want to go to private primary school. I said, why? Public school is the best that you can get. Because the teachers there are well brought up. Private schools are commercial ventures. They are looking for customers. So I will not put you in a place where if I drop there tomorrow, your mother cannot continue to pay school fees, even to university level, and to come with the glory. They agree with me that it is better to go to public school where you pay little and have more moral than private schools. So we should, some private schools are good, but majority are not too sound schools. So let us know the type of school we send our children to, so that they can have a good family tomorrow.
Thank you. So, in summary, some of the children we are angry with now, it's not really their fault. Let's try and generate the emotion of sympathy so that we will act differently for the sake of posterity. And then we cannot leave things to chance. Just like Aristotle said, excellence is never an accident. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines our destinies. God bless you all.
done justice to the topic. He has intentionally done justice to the topic. One more time, can I request that we put our hands together for him? Thank you very much for well-delivered lecture. And you know, I would have been surprised if you did not end the meeting with God bless you. And it was always with God bless you. I forgot to tell you that Femi Idowu is a polyglot of some sort. He speaks the Sokoto version of Hausa, he speaks Yoruba, speaks Pidgin English, speaks French, he speaks Portuguese.
Spanish?
But don't worry, we'll have a lecture on him and then we'll tell you everything about him. Thank you very much, sir, for a job well done. We're indeed very grateful. The take home for all of us is that it begins with us. It begins with us. What our children display outside is what we have taught them from home. And I believe that we'll do a good job subsequently. Thank you. We'll move on to the next item. We'll move on to the next item on our list, and that is the presentation of mementos for the resource person, our amiable resource person. Can I request Oga Femi Idowu to please step forward so that our club president will do what is just right and proper as a group. On our behalf, the president is making the presentation to... Okay, the president is intentionally giving the message. Okay, so Oga Femi's name will change the initial from B to I. No, O-I Idowu, Olufemi intentionally Idowu. Everybody gets together for him. Let me hold the other one for you, sir. All right. Thank you very much, sir. The club president, members of the National ESCO, distinguished members of Club 489, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a few minutes to have a cultural display in place of the commandant's remark, after which we will go for our group photograph, and then we'll come for another tea break. Lunch straight. Okay, after tea break, we'll come back into the hall for other stuff, then we'll take lunch later. We'll have our annual general meeting where we'll take these minutes. Okay. All right. Okay, while the cultural group is getting set and wearing their wrapper and bante, I would like for us to quickly take our group photograph now, and then we'll come back in to see the display. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
This way, please.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, please.
The group photograph will take place at the entrance of the mess hall. No, this one is big. The one there is big. You know I'm your... you know I'm your head okay. So you remember I'm your...
Thank you.
courtesy of, don't know which one I will call now, whether chief or colonel, chief colonel or colonel chief, Mrs. Prophetess JP, retired Adenike Akerele. On behalf of our president and the entire members of leadership and all the members of our club, we want to thank you very much for this show of love. I think we are beginning to pick up what we will do when next we meet. I believe that when next we have our reunion, everybody send me your account number. Or let me call it like Ibadan people, account number.
You can start from
account number. And you just be receiving one me.
If you look at
Simply for one, the MC. But when war broke out again, Village B had their gun in their hands, and they were not intentional enough. They didn't do psyops. They were using the gun as a stick to go and fight, and they still lost the battle. So they sent a message to their sons, say, "What's up with you? You said with this thing we will stand here and we will defeat them. It was not working, so we walked up to them and they still defeated us." It's because they didn't know how to use the gun. So we'll teach those who will collect how to use this Bible. Because even me, I'm struggling with it now. But the Bible is also available. One more time, help me appreciate Nick for having this in mind. Thank you very much. God bless you. We'll switch over quickly now to our annual general meeting. And then we are getting set to display the minutes of last meeting so that we can get it cracking. And there you go. They will come. So are we set with the reading of the... You have it on? Okay?
Yeah.
He's ready. President is ready. Okay, he's not showing on the TV. He's not showing here. Okay, all right. So,
gentlemen, the ESCO sincerely apologize for not preparing hard for this last minute reunion meeting. They are supposed to have hard follow the ESCO. So we apologize. We flash it on the screen. Then we follow everything. Then we make corrections. I'm sure before we this house. Or we send the copy to our individual. So we are very sorry about that.
front line, sir.
It's off.
Give the front line.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, other members of the ESCO, members of October Parade Night Club. You are all welcome to today's AGM of the General Meeting. We want to appreciate the Almighty God for bringing us all here safely. As we proceed, first is the reading of minutes for the last year's AGM, which was held in Asaba, precisely in the Niza Hotel. Just as the President has said, we'll have the soft copy, which we are going to read through to update ourselves and also make one or two corrections where need be. First is the list of all those that attended the AGM. And go through. In case you are there and your name is not here, please let us know. Let's be scrolling down.
Is that J.O. in name?
J.U. Basi.
Initial.
Is it a name?
Initial. We'll correct it. We'll correct it. Sorry, we have corrected this. Just continue. It's not yet. It has already been corrected. The meeting commenced at 10:45 hours with an opening prayer by Colonel O.J. The club thereafter gave the welcome address by first appreciating God for the journey mercy granted to all members. We further appreciated all members of the club for the support and cooperation received. A minute silence, just as we have done today, was also held to our that have left us. Thereafter, a short talk was presented by Lieutenant Colonel B.P. Baturi, retired, which was mainly on personal security. I'm sure those of us that were there last year were really blessed, and we are applying that in our lives today. Thereafter, we also read minutes of the meeting for Abuja. Go ahead. Review of club activities. The club president reviewed the activities for the year 2021 as follows. Pointed out that the year was full of good tidings except for the loss of our colleagues. Then it was General Clement and Fagoyo. Also appreciated members for the support for those our demised colleagues. We also reminded or informed members of the contributions by Brigadier General Shotun and Colonel Ajanaku's family's wedding. It was there that the approval was made for payment. The financial state of the club was as stated at last year. Annual dues for 2021 was 1,680,000, while the union levy was 1,165,000. Support for the Clements was 1,015,000 was realized. President Jaco supported the reunion last year with 300,000. So the total revenue accrued to the club as at last year was 6,827,950. AOB, the following issues were discussed. The need to have lectures in investment opportunities for the club members to tap into. That was brought up by Colonel Rains. Colonel Ubong also advised on the issue of social media by members not to expose ourselves or members of our family for security reasons. That was also brought up during the lecture by Colonel Baturi. Colonel Zokwe advised on the opening of club account, which I believe the treasurer will give us later. Our mother, the GOC, advised on the continuous sustenance of the bond already established. I'm sure we all agree that this bond is still being sustained, and the sustenance is getting better and better every day. Let's continue to keep it up. Kwiyomi also appreciated members who supported Clement's family and also informed us about the accusation by the family. General Udaya advised all members to always pay for the AGM, whether one will attend or not, and it's being followed like that. Because most of us who are not here today have also contributed for the AGM. They also appreciated the club for the support rendered to her and the family during that trying moment. At the end of the day, the meeting finally came to an end at about 14:45 hours before we went into lunch, and thereafter the book launch titled The Mustard Seed by our father, Captain Pius Isaac Sinebe, retired. Those that were not present in Asaba last year, we still have some of the copies of our constitution and some of the books. This was the book launched by Captain Sinebe. Please, if you don't have a copy, we still have it available. I don't have a copy. The constitution is also still available, the hard copy of our constitution. So after the meeting, you can please see me and get a copy if you don't have. But for those of us that were there present, I think we all have it. I think that brings us to the end of our review of the minutes of our last meeting. Thank you. Observations? Yes.
Yes. The President, I stand on the existing protocol. I think I raised a point on that meeting, that very day, that those of us who attended, their hotel accommodation should be taken care of. Because other people will pay money, but they don't. We pay our flight ticket, pay our vehicle, and do whatever we are doing to attend the reunion meeting. And come again and pay for our hotel bill. And I think most of them that are afraid of how much they will spend, I think that will help them to attend, because people will be thinking about hotel accommodation, fuel, and the flight ticket. But if you can take off the hotel accommodation for those that attended, I think it will help those that who feel that they cannot make it without the money. Thank you.
I think if I can remember during that meeting, we also made it clear that the payment for this reunion is 25,000 naira. And if you observe, most of the preparations, payment for all, our feeding, they invited in the souvenirs, the presentation for our cultural troops and so on. If you agree with me, if you can look deep into what you think the expenses will be, you agree with me that even that 25,000 naira will not be enough per head. Exactly. So we'll go out to even take from part of the money we use from those, that's seek for support from other people to beef up our account. Like last year, Captain Snebe really took a lot of things off us to subsidize what we were doing. He paid for part of the hotel bills, paid for our lunch, and so on. So 25,000 is what we are paying for this reunion. You agree with me? If the LOC should come here now and tell us how much has been spent, you agree with us that 25,000 really is not even enough for us to pay.
They know that.
But we just try to see that we call for support from outside. Those who can support us, they do, and we make maximum use of the resources available. So, to be sincere, we will not be able to say, because like here now, the minimum here is 8,000 naira. If we take 8,000 out of 25,000, when we are planning, we don't plan that some people are not coming. We plan on the ground that we are all expected to attend.
You take 16,000 out of 25.
For 2 nights. For 2 nights. 8,000 times 2 is 16,000. How much is left from the 25,000? It's simple arithmetic. Please bear with us. I think the essence of coming is because we have established that bond and we want to sustain it. And we're also making some sacrifice to see that we come together once a while to relate with one another. So that's why I would think that each person should pay for his hotel bill. It's a sacrifice. Thank you. I don't know if there are any comment on that.
Your explanation is okay.
Thank you very much.
If you can grumble, there's room.
However, let me just comment. However, that's not supposed to comment under this voice. People are supposed to react to the minutes that have been read. Thank you.
Corrected. I discovered Captain Sineve's name is missing from the list of because was first one. I've corrected that and corrected it. Just have fully I think we corrected that. So you see the corrected version in the soft copy we said.
Yes. Most of the wrong spellings and whatever have already been corrected. Any observation, comments for those that were present during the last meeting? Apart from that observation, every other point covered? Okay.
In the absence of no other observation, I move that the minutes be adopted.
I support you.
Okay. Thank you very much. We move to Good afternoon, gentlemen. The day is past spent. The next item on our activity is review of club activity for the year. Well, as usual, I want to tell this honorable gathering that I have got
there's no perfection in it. Only God is perfect. I might have left out some things because of me. I observed that I did capture one of the things in my remark, which I want to update all of us. That's apart from what I read in my opening remarks. I forgot to include that our indefatigable, transparent, honest, Yafula Nida, the treasurer of the club, successfully opened the club account with EcoBank. That's why we observe we don't pay money into our account again. The supplier of the EcoBank account which we are paying money into. And so far, she's been doing excellently well. So thank you. Yes. So thank you for that, treasurer. Then for this year, I say it again, and just as an addendum to what the secretary said, if not for the assistance of retired Captain Sinebe again, the amount contributed for this reunion and AGM, I think it was only yesterday that it crossed 1 million. In fact, when we came here, Colonel Adegbeson, General Piomi, and myself, when this thing started initially, we started in this place. As I did the planning stage, the money that was budgeted was close to 1 million. And as I did, we had just 700,000. Until, I think when we posted it, Zinebena said, you make it up to 1 million before 5 p.m. And just really, he paid 300,000 to make it up to 1 million. I think about 2 weeks later, his very good friend, I want to appreciate him here, that's Colonel Oje, spoke to him. Because when I called retired Captain Sinebe and thanked him one-on-one, he said, my president, don't worry, whatever the club needs to do, definitely some of us will be able to show that. 2 weeks later, Oje spoke to him, and he added 200,000 to make it 500,000. That was what made it cross over 1 million. And just yesterday night, the Corps Commander of Education, Major General Augi, gave the club, supported this activity, came with 100,000 naira. I spoke with, Jacob called me on my birthday, that was on 2nd of October. And said, my president, I just saw that we have, I just called you to wish you a happy birthday, so that we have even had our reunion meeting. I said, no, the reunion meeting is 7 to 9. So don't think it is. But I said, okay, don't worry. I will send something to you, send to the club account. It's a pledge which I have not redeemed, but I believe you will redeem it. It's a gentleman. It's a gentleman. That does not leave all of us out of our sacrifices. We all have our problems. But anytime I post anything on our platform, I want to tell you that I'm always overwhelmed by smart and acute reaction to all this. Very fast. Before I know we're getting 200, 300, 600,000. Please, let's keep the spirit alive. Let's keep it alive. We know all of our problems. 1 or 2 people coming, why they couldn't come here because of transport. The caller told me. And I said, well, if you had told me this about a week or 2 before now, we would have squeezed something for you to even come. My NMS classmates, we've always had meetings. Durani is there.
I am here.
Some of them will contribute money for them to come go back by road. And I think it will not be anything out of to do that. And just as an addendum to, sorry, it's not a pledge. And I'm not promising you 100%. By the time we finish this activity, whatever we have as balance, if there will be balance, I promise that even if it's one night, we'll pay into individuals after. Just for you to know that, to make sure that. So even if it's a night, we will make sure nothing is too small in this economic situation. We all know how we Hotel was maybe the hotel as well. But I have one of them here who is using the salary to buy this. So please, I said it's not a problem. By the time we sit down with the ESCO will sit down and see what we have left. Then we will ask for individual account to be sent to the account to send to email of the treasurer, please, not to the platform. Then I want to thank Colonel Midway most sincerely for representing the club during the wedding of Major A. Williamson's I think it's Imoba. Thank you very much. God bless you. Again, to retired Colonel Oji, please, the club is most appreciative of your attendance of burial of Colonel Barnabas Ezekwe. We cannot thank you enough. I called Oga Bati and he said he couldn't attend because of all the prayer. I called Oga Ezekwe, the same thing. And I called Ubo. I even thought Ubo said he was having malaria attack. So no problem. So he attended on our behalf. Thank you very much. It's not easy for someone to enter that road. The insecurity you have in Nigeria now, so you have to think that before you embark on anything. So thank you very much. To I want to report to the House we really supported him during his wife's burial throughout the period. And I don't pray that any of us lose our spouse. Wow, we shall all live. Baba Nyolu, Mama Bo, Mama Nyolu, Baba Bo. We shall not lose any of our mates again by God's grace. For years to come. God will not let us bury any of our subsidies. I think that's about the update I have for the group. Except if I left one of the children. So please.
Try to be intentional in all your actions. Very much, President. Next in our program is financial report.
Financial reports. Thank you very much. Minister of Finance. The President, sir, members of the high table, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of October Fortnight Club. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Here is the financial report of October Fortnight Club. I would like to start from 2021. In 2021, annual day of 2021, 50 members paid, as seen on the board. 50 of us paid. Annual due of 24,000 naira each. Then the reunion levy of 2021, 41 officers paid, as seen on the board. 2021, 2,334,000 was handed over to me from 2020. There are 71 members paid. What I'm reading is on the board, please. 71 members paid 24,000 naira each to make up to 1,704,000. The reunion levy of 25,000 each, 25 members paid. 25. So donation from a member. One of us gave us 300,000 naira. Then 2 members paid in advance. One person paid 24,000 each. Then bank interest 4,000 naira. The total 3,257,000 naira. As seen on the board. Then expenditure of 2021. We made additional CD 21,000. Then the 2021 reunion expenses, the tea break, lunch, gala night food, cultural troupe, the venue fee, production of constitution, jotters, programs, souvenir, amounted to 1,829,000. Then the club gave 200,000 for book lunch of Captain Peace Navy. Nasamba. That looks it up for me. Total 2 million naira. So by the time I removed I'm sorry, the person that typed us, this is the thing up for me. But the total of the money was 5,591,000 naira. Everything from the brought forward and the money with that, the 2,334,000 naira plus 3,257,000 naira was 5,591,000 naira. So by the time we removed the 2 million, the balance was 3,562,000 naira. So that was in 2021. So I now carry that money. Okay, the welfare account, because I separated welfare account from the main account. The welfare account, we donated 1,035,000 naira to Grace Family. Welfare account of 2021. Then we donated, when we contributed money, 695,000 naira for Aliu and Agenoku during their children's wedding. Then I did number 3, I did Beson and Duro the
contribution to the donation actually given out.
It's contribution. It's contribution from the club.
Donation to
contribution. It's the type, I'm sorry. We contributed, the club people contributed the money together.
I understand.
Then that of Salau, we contributed 5,959,000 naira. 595,000 naira. So the total of all our contribution was 3,105,000 naira. So out of this money, we gave 200,000 naira to SW Aliu, 200,000 naira to JB Ajanaku, to make 400. We gave Adibeson 200,000 naira, Duro Dalabam 200,000 naira, Mrs. Tadbiru 500,000 naira. The club representative to brief Clements Beria 100,000 naira. Then cash gift to K. Salahu, you gave 200,000 naira, amounting to the total money of our expenditure from welfare account was 2,100,000 naira. So if you subtract the 2,100,000 from the 3 million, that's the total contribution. We'll get the balance is now 1,005,000 naira. Please, am I communicating?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's why I know how to do it. So we now carry that money over to 2022. So from welfare account, 1,005,000 naira. From main account, 3,562,000 naira. So now, 2022. Annual fee of 2022. In 2022, this year, 56 officers contributed 24,000 naira. Annual due. 56 officers are seen on the board. The total 1,344,000 naira. The union fee of 2022. Some members paid 26,000, supposed to be 25,000, but some members gave 26,000 as indicated on the board. You see it there. Some gave 30,000, some 25,000. All their names are there and the amount given written. So the total money from reunion fee is 1,241,000 naira. So now our accounts, the main accounts, that's like the summary now, summary, brought forward from the main account, 362,000 naira. Annual due for 2022, 1,344,000 naira. 56 members paid. But 3 officers paid before this year, advance payments. Since their money is inside this 3,562, accounting, I'm a nurse, but I tried to do accounting. So now remove their 72,000. So the balance of annual due is now 1,272,000 naira. Then reunion levy, 49 members contributed. That 49 is now 1,241,000 naira. Then a member gave us 500,000. That's Captain P. Sinebi. So yesterday somebody gave 100,000, but I've closed my account before we give. I'm still going to mention that. So it's when I closed the account in the morning yesterday, Friday. So a member gave 500,000 naira. Our total income, plus that brought forward from 2021, our total income on main account is 6,575,000 naira. Expenditure this 2022. You see it is on the board. Souvenir 110, production of program 287, caterer 260, decoration of venue and APRD 100 deposits, flag 64, cake 20, bank charges 18,000. I have the printouts from the bank. Everything stated there. You see it. So the total is 20 discharge. Apart from what we ate yesterday night, before yesterday night, I closed my account in the afternoon. 859,950. So the balance now, we are going to subtract the 6,575,000 naira from 859,950, and we got our balance is now 5,715,000 naira 50. This amount was inside our bank account. I have the printout. It's here. If you want to see it, or hand it over to the next person. The person will see it there. So, I would like to mention about our special donation. Peace Nebi gave 500,000 naira. ML Aruki gave 100,000 naira. It's inside the account. Inside our account. The printouts, I have my printouts here. So that is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for your time. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, the treasurer. Please, once again, round of applause for her. I think the treasurer took us back to 2021, when last year we had presentation about the financial state for 2021. But still, we say thank you for that. She has made it clear to us that what we have, what she has informed us, is less what we took yesterday. So I'm sure by the time we are giving a report next year, since she has already closed her account at that time, we'll be able to know what yesterday's expenditure came about, yesterday and today. Thank you very much. Once again, I want to sincerely apologize too for not getting the hard copy. But I want to believe that the soft copy can also suffice. I don't know if can we get the hard copy before we go? Can we get hard copy of the financial report?
I have one more copy on this table.
Oh, okay. But if
they want more, I can collect one. I'm going to need more before we finish.
I think it's okay.
We need to do your correction.
We'll do corrections. Yeah.
We need to do correction and have the one of yesterday night.
Then you can put it on the platform.
As at the time you close your account. As at the time you close your account.
Not yesterday, but I need the correction. Those donations to country.
Thank you very much. Please, any observation on the financial report? Yes. Ben. Sir? Observation on financial report. You wanted to say something?
No, sir.
Oh, yes, I adjourned that.
I have not adjourned it, sir.
You said nothing.
I will say, sir. There is a case there. She omitted two things. She omitted the payment for the cultural trip.
Yes, she has said so. Say yesterday.
She said so, yes.
Today. You said it's
This
not there.
the union account is not there.
It's not there. They have mentioned that it's not there.
Because you will not know.
Yeah. Yes, observation, please.
Thank you. But there's one thing I want to ask. I didn't hear very well. So, when we started using the bank, that was the last year. When we are here now, we started using the bank.
Yes.
This year.
I don't know whether there is an amendment about interest.
Please, let's listen.
Accrued interest on whatever, even if it's 15 naira, we want to hear it. That at the end of the month, whatever was there, the interest that the bank gave to us was 15 naira or 150.
The interest.
Okay, no. I think is the account current or savings?
It's current.
It's current account. So it's we that will be paid to the bank.
So she has not accounted for bank charges.
Yes, so you account for bank charges. When you collect your statement of account, bank charges.
No, it was there. The bank charges.
When they were going into my account, it was savings. The bank gave us 4,000 naira then. But now, it's corporate accounts, the club accounts. They are the one collecting SMS, bank charges, so they are able to deduct money from our money. So now, and that's why I added bank charges. For 1 year, bank charges of 15,000 naira. For 1 year. I have it printed.
Thank you very much. I think it's clear. Any other observation, please? Yes, OJ.
You have already mentioned, but I want to make what you have said. Anytime we have annual meeting and we are presenting financial reports, we should not bother ourselves going back to something of years ago, so that the accounting, the preparation of accounting will be precise and for people to understand. So that's my observation and advice I want to do.
Okay, thank you. I think it's noted. When you are giving an account next year, don't go back to 2021. So assuming you are the one. Whoever is the treasurer.
I have an observation.
Okay, yes, sir.
Yes, so I saw some discrepancies in the donations we make here. Okay. And it's not well explained, and we have what we give to individuals. Okay. Because what happens, for example, in Clement's School, I saw about 1,035,000. Then Ajanaku and Aliu, 695.
For their students waiting.
Yeah, so wait, I'm coming. And then we saw $2, 780. There's about 595,000. So it goes in total. There is I don't know, I think we are giving 200 for wedding of our children.
Yeah. Continue from there. Where you read that info? Continue the figure.
Okay, I saw at 400,000. Adanaku and the Adebaso 400,000. Then Faba 500.
Adebaso 400,000.
Adebaso and $2. Then Club representative to Clement 100,000. Cash gift to Salawi 200,000. Then this upper one.
I have answered the question.
What we contributed.
I have asked the question. I supposed to be contributing.
1 million. Yes, I saw 3,105,000 minus 2,100,000. The balance of 1,005,000.
Contributions was stated separately.
Yes.
Then our support to this person is stated separately. Now, when you remove the support from the contribution that were raised, you get the balance.
Yes, I sorry, but
it's too old to understand.
Go and sit down. What is your old age?
But all the same is good. You
might not be the only person.
For clearance, because people don't want to talk. Yes, for clearance. So you know there was a debate during that Clement issue. Because we contributed so much, some say that we're giving all the money. I would say no, let us follow our constitution. Yeah,
that was
that's 500,000, let us follow this. But if other friends want to add more, it's left for them.
Yes.
Yeah, so that let's follow what is the constitution, not giving this person this amount, then give another person different amount.
No, that is what we are following what the constitution says. Remember, Clement's own was burial.
Yes.
While that of a dead person were weddings. They cannot be the same amount.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
It's good for posterity.
Yes. Not unintentional.
Any other observation, please?
Okay, Basi.
President, some members of Market 9. Mine is seeking a clarification on the donations, because she said donation, she will the donations later. But I can see the donation of PIC Nibe here, MFR, but that of Augie is not here. So she mentioned it. So what I want to clear is the balance you said you have in the bank. Is it inclusive of the donation by Augie or not?
No. No.
Thank you.
No. Sweet and sharp. No.
Yes.
Distinguished gentlemen, members. Well, maybe this one should have come in AOB. Well, let me erase it now.
So if it is for AOB, you leave it for AOB.
Say maybe. Okay. Is
it about financial report?
About financial report.
Okay, go ahead.
The balance, I can see the balance is 5,700,000. 715. I'm not sure. We just want to have a balance now. The money is in bank and the bank is deducting this and that. Let's think about what to do with it in theory. Money market, I say it's too small. $5 million is too small. Just suggest it. Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
It's come under.
Okay. Let him bring it up because we cannot respond to it.
Yeah, because that's what I was not.
So any observation about financial report?
No, everything is clear.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. It's okay. We'll just go straight to AOP.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let me just bring up an issue which I know most of us will respond to. And this issue is mainly on contributions for burial and our attendance to burial occasion that affects our members. It has been observed by most of our members because these things, I was given private calls and these observations were raised. Yes, I agree the times are hard, but when it comes to burial, one will lose a member. Yes, our constitution has stated how much we are to give to the next of kin, which is 500,000 if we lose a member. And then 100,000 for those who are representing us for the burial to cater for their refreshment. Observations have been raised that even though our constitution says 500,000, please and please let us look at this area as a very sensitive and important area. Contributions from our members, where we will see a serving Major General, retired Major General, retired Brigadier Generals contributing 5,000, 10,000 to go and bury a colleague. We want to please bring it up so that we think together and see what do we do about this area. Yes, our constitution says 500,000, but to be sincere within you and I, to support a member of this club with the way we are together, with just 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira, even though times are hard, it could be you, it could be me. I want us to look at it and see what do we do about this. Contributions for burial. Yes.
Excuse me, sir. No, observation.
Wait now, please. When you raise hand, just wait. Somebody else has been asked to stand up.
Gentlemen, we need to be.
Is it under AOP?
Yes, we are on AOP.
Okay. We need to be very straightforward about what we do and how we conduct it. If anybody dies, it could be anybody. And by the grace of God, it is not this club that will bury the person. It is the family that will bury the person. Our own is just a support. We should not, be too sympathetic about it. You cannot cry more than the person. So it is a support. And I still went back to check this constitution. The minimum date for review is 4 years. So if we are thinking about anything, time, by the time we do the next reunion, we will have tried this constitution so well that we will have jotted down what we believe that should be amended. So, gentlemen, let us leave it the way it is. Let us continue to implement what we have here and let it stand the test of time. We are not the ones going to bury any of our colleagues. It is the, responsibility of the family, and that's my submission.
Okay. Any other comment on that? Yes. Ajim.
Observation.
No, after Najim myself.
My observation was that you've answered it. I said, but you never said AOB, just consider that.
No.
I said AOB.
We said AOB.
I said so.
Yes.
Yes, that's true. I'm actually in line with what I think the source said about Beria, that we're a support group, because there are so many clubs and groups that have their own constitution. So that's been settled. Two things I want to react to. First of all, this idea of payment of annual dues and levy for the club. Now that it's very obvious that whatever we put in the bank begins to decrease as time goes on, don't you think we should have a time that, look, all annual dues should come in about this time? For the reunion, we're going to use it in October. So if we just agree that this is a silent amendment to the Constitution, that for reunion, members should start paying in from maybe June, so that it will stay long in the bank for the bank to remove whatever, since it's going to yes, I know, but you cannot compare with begin to contribute from last year. That's number one. Number two, I was going to say something and I just escaped my mind. But I just feel that attendance, yes, attendance. In fact, ever since I joined this club, there is no ceremony that is around me that I don't attend. There's always this poor attendance for members at ceremonies. I can count a few people who are always there. The essence of a group is for them to identify with you at your time of your need. And you just find that only a few people come. There are people on that long platform that just send in their money and they don't participate. I mean, nobody is a beggar. But for the fact that we have a union, we have a bond that we need to. People want to see people seated in your midst. Like I belong to Rana, and when you go for a Rana meeting, we sit together and they know that table is for so many people. Our children know that we belong to this and this group. They want to see such group. So let's increase our awareness in attendance of events. It boosts the morale of the celebrants. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, let's make our contribution in respect to this area issue.
I'm here. I don't see. Okay. You need to go and get glasses. So.
I'm wearing one. I'm seeing you out.
Okay. Gentlemen, the president, all protocols being observed. I don't think people understood what you said. You were talking about Major General, Brigadier General, Colonel, this and that, paying 5,000 for burial. And you are appealing that people will check their conscience and the amount of status. Yes. What I want to ask, if people increase the amount they pay, that is voluntary. Because we have a list amount to pay, that is 10,000. Anybody paying 5,000, I don't think it's obtainable. I think that is what is in what our people are saying. Then the Major General, Brigadier General, if they like, depending on the type of shape they have, they can add something. But if they want to pay the level, this is just no problem. Okay, in the essence that we make about 2 million out of it, maybe some Major General, Brigadier General, according to how they are being paid and other things like this, SDA, they put 200,000 or 300,000 for us there. Then we generated 2 million. Do we give the 2 million to this person, or is it the same thing 500,000? Is this 500,000? That's what I want us to understand.
Yeah, I think in this regard, what we'll do is let's think of alternative ways to make this support, so that we can. It's just like trying to enhance what we are giving to the.
Then are we suggesting fixing for according to ranks? Because how it does this thing according to ranks.
No, for events.
Gentlemen, please, let me say something. I'm coming.
Yes.
When Major General told me that he would be here today, I was so happy. Because last year we had a problem in Asaba, just before the meeting. And General Chinoko, we were almost exchanging words with him on phone. And it was, I think, Oga Clement's burial.
Yes.
Was it Clement or?
It was Clement. He was saying all along anyway, he has always been against this contributing fixed amount. And what I told him was that, Oga, you went Abuja when this constitution was being written, was being asked for approval. You even gave us a lecture that day. You saw all the figures that were written there for amounts to be given to whoever we are supporting, irrespective of how much donated. Why did you not read that observation? That is an afterthought. However, on my own side to another, I called General Shalangwa. He was in Niger that day. Either Niger or Chad. Niger. I still have details. So I said the constitution cannot be amended until after 4 years.
Yes.
Be that as it may, we had a constitutional problem 1 year ago of ill. And the Senate had to come up with doctrine of necessity. And that's why I said, I was very happy when we told you to attend this meeting. Can we are the legal luminary, can we have doctrine of necessity
addendum
as an addendum to the constitution we have now? So that by the time we review, we can add that addendum to the compass of the constitution. We are the legal luminary. I don't know. That's why anytime we talk, even General Rose, you know, we spoke about that during the burial of no, not Barnabas. Not Barnabas. Brave Clement. And she even mentioned of the amount given to retired Colonel Akerele. And I said, I cannot do anything. I'm the president. I cannot go outside this constitution. Whatever I want to do, follow what the constitution says. I cannot do anything about it. So I'm asking this afternoon, let the lawyer who is among us tell us if it's possible to have a doctrine of necessity pending the approval of this constitution in 2024. Because that's the only time I'm
our constitution interprets doctrine of necessity. To means ESCO shall apply it to correct or solve any issue that arises, which is not covered by the constitution. But this issue is covered by the constitution. Once it is used, it shall be accepted by all.
Please, I'm coming back to what you said. We are not talking about how much you are giving to the belief. It's already stated there. It's 500,000. It's contributed 100 million. It's 500,000, and everybody accepted that. The issue of categorizing the payments. That's where and our list is 10,000 naira. Yes, agreed. So, irrespective of grant. Irrespective of grant.
Anything we want to say, because this is a welfare union.
Yes. There's somebody is on the floor.
Listen to me, please. I said, wow, union is welfare.
Yes.
It's a welfare union. And we take care of the members, especially those who have left us. We have a constitution. If we want to change constitution, somebody will come up and say we want to change constitution. There are processes for that. So the issue of Major General paying 5,000 or so, or Major says paying this now, should not arise. No. Let us take what is in our constitutional and pay it. Any Major General, any Brigadier General can pay us more if he wants. Yes. And this is an additional payment because he has it. Okay. That is my stake about this thing. So let us mix up a constitutional provision.
Thank you. One more comment on this. One more comment on this,
Again, I will return to Shalangwa. I'm aware that in some organizations, pending when the constitution is to be reviewed, there are administrative policies that are released, and they guide the organization until the constitution is reviewed. I don't know what legal term that will be, but it's possible. It's not organizations that I know
don't wait until the constitution is reviewed before they adopt some policies. So how can we, what is the legal term for bringing up some administrative guidelines or administrative policies that will guide us, that will be in use until the constitution is reviewed? Maybe that will help us.
Okay, let me just make my comment. The president, the executive members, colleagues, I want to start just by reading what the doctrine of necessity has been defined via Google here, before I make my own comment. It says, what is meant by a doctrine of necessity? The doctrine of necessity is the basis on which extra constitutional actions by administrative authority, which are designed to restore order or attain power on the pretext of stability, are considered to be lawful, even if such an action contravenes established constitutions, laws, norms, or conventions. My comment is that I can remember very well, even as a student, we've been taught about this issue of doctrine of necessity, like it was mentioned here. To just make it simple, as it is clearly stated, doctrine of necessity, this is something that is actually not normal. It's not normal. Just like what happened in Nigeria as at that time. It is when you find yourself in a situation whereby the constitution has not covered it, did not envisage it. So what do you do? If you don't adopt the doctrine of necessity, it will cause more harm, more problem than you following what the Constitution actually says. And in that case, there must be consensus by those who are involved or by those who are affected. And that is why, if I can remember briefly, the first of what happened when the then president died, and Jonathan had to be sworn in order to, you can see that kind of situation. So it's not just any ordinary situation that you begin to invoke doctrine of necessity. Because the Constitution is a fundamental law. It's a fundamental law that anything that contravenes the Constitution is null and void. But then, in this kind of very, very serious situation, that in a democracy can actually bring down the system, bring down the stability of the system, then you must adopt that doctrine of necessity, because that issue was not foreseen, was not envisaged. So, in this our own present case, yes, who brought the issue of administrative actions that can be done, pending when Constitution is amended. I'm sure you are referring to maybe this executive order that the government, well, whatever it is, the Constitution is fundamental. You cannot do anything that contravenes the Constitution. You cannot, except in the circumstances of this situation whereby the Constitution itself did not envisage, and if you don't do it, it will bring down the system. It will cause serious disorder that, in fact, you have no option. Just like what happened in Nigeria at that time with Jonathan. It's that kind of situation, not just ordinary situation. So please, and of course, all the stakeholders must approve of it. So the issue of doctrine of necessity does not really apply in this our situation here. Here we must abide by our own Constitution. Everything has been clearly stated there. There is time for amendment of the Constitution. The seriousness of the circumstances does not, justify us invoking the doctrine of necessity.
Thank you very much, our legal man. I think that's all about this particular issue.
Thank you, myself.
Because there is no injury to 489 as far as it affects contribution. Yes.
That's injury.
So go ahead, please. Yes. Let's go ahead. Please put your voice down. There's no query here.
Yes.
For this issue of contribution for burial, I think we should just allow it go. We'll maintain what is in our constitution.
Yes. I'll just addition.
Wait now. Is it on the same issue?
No.
Let's close this issue first. So that is all about this issue of contribution for burial. I want to also talk in respect to our attitude to attending burial that affects our persons. Place and place.
Occasions, not burials.
Okay, occasions in general.
Yes.
Okay. Place and place, let's continue to encourage ourselves. If anything occurs within your zone, be it festive occasions or burial occasions, those of us in that zone, let's make effort to attend. It is your duty to represent the club. The Nzekwe was very, very active in this club. That his burial will come, and only one person or two from that zone that could represent 489 Club was not encouraging. And I think those of us in the ESCO too will go out to see that if it means sponsoring one or two people to go for the burial on the purse of the club, I think we should go ahead to do that. I don't know what you think about that.
That is an administrative decision now. That's administrative.
So we encourage us, for those of us in that zone that occasions are taking place and we need to be represented, please, it's a sacrifice that we require from members. Thank you very much. On this same issue?
Yes.
Okay.
Just want to very briefly. Please, for the timing is always very, very important for these burial experiences. You find out that, like the case of Nzekwe was buried long time, over a month before that money was given to the family. So if we can try and get money from our boss, give to the family, and then when we finish our contribution, and then we pay back, I think it will help us a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Baba. Am I in a dark place that I cannot see my hand?
I'm saying, let another person talk. Let another person talk there. It's AOP now. We are still talking on
You are not gender sensitive.
Let's finish this. Yes, she has an AOP. We are still talking a particular issue. Let's conclude that issue first. That's what I'm saying.
That issue is part of AOP.
Yes, it's part of AOP. When we conclude this issue, then we now bring up your own. No. Please.
Thank you, and we pray that God bless you ever come to our family. Amen. Thank you very much.
Okay.
The boss is now, so dementia is setting. When I raise, you are last. I want to look at this from a different angle. I don't know why we are paying attention on burial alone. Burial, whatever you are giving is for NOK or WIC. And in most cases, it will even go into wrong hands, where the man has 2-3 wives. We have some among us that have been celebrating 70 and above. I think we should look at birthday and weddings, so that we benefit from what
While you are alive.
When you are alive, not even to somebody, maybe I don't even want that person to hear my concept. So please, let us look into that as well.
Thank you very much. I think it's just what you have said. It came to my mind before coming here. And that was why I quickly called Mr. President Odesco and informed them of us to prepare an anniversary cake. Because most of us celebrated our 60th year this year, 2022. So, and
have you done the research?
Yes, we are reading it now. We are reading from the platform. This celebrating. Yes. So we encourage ourselves, just as we have mentioned about doing something for those who are celebrating. I don't know how we will see it because there will be so many. Only those at the special occasions. Maybe as our mommy celebrated her 71st birthday.
Somebody celebrated 70 years is not a joke.
No, it's not a joke. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You must celebrate that.
Can I react to that? Because I'm 71. Now, let me just react to that. I want to use this opportunity to thank the president, yes. Because I remember that at the Abuja, the first meeting we had, I mentioned something like birthdays, and FBJ says if the club is invited or notified. Yes. And I told him I was going to be 70. So last year, when I was 70, I was in Asaba. And to God with the glory, the president came to my bedroom. And it was my children that marked it for me. Yes. So, and then he came to my room, and I was so surprised. Just now, he said, "Auntie, are you ready?" And he came, and he gave me one beautiful plaque that the whole of my children and my grandchildren, they would say, this is from Club 489. In fact, I didn't know he had a picture of me in my Ondo outfit, which is on maybe my DB, and they carved out a shoe. It's there in my sitting room. You see, I was so touched. So I'm very grateful. Whether I did it on his own, as per one-on-one, or on behalf of the plan, or the what it was in the bedroom. So it was done in the bedroom. Presentation.
That room has no power. The room has no power.
Hello, my room was between Nzekwe and Umegwe. So they would have seen what was happening. I remember saying that to my right was Umegwe, to my left was Nzekwe, in front of me was Shoke. From this club. So when I told my husband that we are hosting Malo, Otikerumi.
Okay, I saw now.
So how comes that? He did that on behalf of this. At least let me finish. And we see October 4th. Whether you celebrate it or not, because there's some making that your children will surprise you. But I'm just thrilled that there's something in my house that shows that I belong to this club. I also got a sheet from Ranau that I'm the welfare officer. There's something in my house. So the children know that I belong to any of this group. It's a promotion and it's an encouragement for one. So whether we are going to be giving joint plaque or celebration, October is when we do our own anniversary. All those months that are whatever, maybe at the end of every month, we can just congratulate. Maybe the second we begin to put it. All those who are born in July, we list all their names. And then on such days, we celebrate them. may not be gift because many people are turning 60 about this time. But there's a cake anyway. So I am happy that the president gave me something on behalf of, and he didn't say more than 2 minutes. Thank you.
Your next of kin.
Obviously, I didn't expect him to come to Imo State.
At that time,
the head of province, and people were even asking, how did we come to? Truly, I traveled to Imo State with my family 2 good times, and if you said it a little 4 times, and people were not even believing that we pass on the road.
You know them. Show those bodies.
They know you.
He's one of them now.
Okay. However, and the funny thing here is that I belong to Imo State, and the wife of my son belongs to Ada. So we went through the representation was beautiful. And when people during the wedding proper, when they saw, you know, he makes, I wouldn't say he makes noise.
It's a nice
everybody knows.
You must have
just stand us and sit down. We know what
So, all the time he came out, the MC was hailing him. I thank, in general, or in summary, I thank both the chairman
He has bribed all the
that made it. But he just told me and came. He told me today and he came. I'm living nearly together with him. I have counted him out of those that he came with the wife.
Yes, right.
Came again. Okay, then he told me to explain the way to our place that he was coming by A. And truly he came. So I thank you.
Thank you very much. We got from you to thank him. Yes.
And sorry, please, something I want to announce. We are talking about the.
Yes.
I'm already getting to 70.
I know you get 70.
When you reach there, you notify us. You want to show our money again? This October is my birthday. That's my birthday. So I'm not 70. This October.
Gentlemen,
had to pay attention as I mentioned it. I observed that in Apapa area, about 80% of Ecobank branches there have been shut down. So I don't know if it's a special case for that area or it is the bank generally that has issues. So please, let's find out.
Nobody will tell you. I have a case with Unity Bank as I speak. And my money has been there for over 6 months. Nobody will give you the correct information. I speak the truth. I speak the God. Nobody will give you the truth.
I want to buy money. Don't move it.
I remember I spoke. Wait, sir. I remember I spoke. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I remember I spoke to Oga Adebeson, who had a similar experience. He was the one that gave me the advice to go to the court. As I speak, we're in court. I remember I spoke to General Faye. He said he moved his money last month, I guess, or 2 months ago. From Unity. From Unity. Meanwhile, I was trying to help somebody. Don't say out of money. It's a friend who said I should. I mean, I didn't know when the friend left the bank to Canada. The same friend told me when he was with his family in Canada, sir, Ben Eloyowoyi. So no banker will tell you the truth about the status of the bank at a particular time. I want to tell you to share.
Okay. I believe some of us have friends in the financial world who are close to us. Those close friends, just like your own close friends, told Oga Faye to withdraw from Unity. I believe we have friends who will be able to tell you. Please keep reminding me. I will ask some people to help us.
Hello, sir. Let me just add something. Okay. You see, banks have different form of ratings. You know, banks have been rated in different categories. The one that generates more customers, the more with assets, the more with cash deposit. They have different indices for rating them. But I want to tell you that Ecobank is healthy, Aminto, finance, and things like that. Why they may want to close down some branches, if you recall, Ecobank inherited the former, what do they call it? Oceanic. All this, all that. And you may find their branches on the street. You may have all those branches there. And if they do their, what do they call it, adjustment, and they do the evaluation to see the number of customers that they are servicing with those number of branches, if it is not profitable for them,
it's okay, thank you. Bossman.
The President, members, Ecobank is it's West Africa. This Eco was something spread throughout the West African countries, so there should be a problem. Because situation in Apapa, that's why they are shutting down from what he said. What I want to say about Korenike was talking about the celebrations, National Building the Burial. We talk about the birthdays, landmark birthdays, and the issue that it's not when we die that we should benefit. So that's why I said landmark birthday, especially 70. We thank our president for the thoughtfulness for remembering to do give him a plaque on our behalf.
And you will continue to do more.
Yeah, what we are saying is that 70 is a token, send it to the person. If it's a token, not at the October this gathering, every year, come together, go and cut cake. It's not about that cake. Just send the card,
don't send any useless card.
With the money or something like just with card. No, it's okay, also. That's what I want to say. Thank you very much.
Okay. He is suggesting those who are 70 or those that will be 70, in addition to the plaque, cash should be also part of it.
Supported.
Not only 70, not only 70, 80. 70 and above.
No, 60 and above. That's why this is
60. No, 60 is a target age.
70 is a very unique age.
Yes. 70 and above. 70 and above. That those who will be 70,
yes,
will be given as you have started, and in addition to the black cash will be added to it.
What about 60?
No. Gentlemen, please, my remark on that, as it goes back to Shalamba. On what basis am I doing that? Or is the crop doing that? Is it covered here? Chitunu is not the only one I have done plant. 60, I did for the treasurer. Your own is in my house as I talk to you.
My own?
Yes. I did for her. My daughter did one for me. But the fact is, anything that is not contained here, please, I don't want to be a party to it. On my own, I can welcome anytime. Excuse me, until we are playing this thing 2024, my boss will all of us will be alive to again. All the suggestions will be taken care of. But if we say we should be doing flag, where do you get the money from? Donation from where? Or I will not refer to the constitution when I'm asking for donation. Then which means anything that is donated is given to the person 100% because it's not here. After making plans, so whatever the balance, and where do you pay the money to? Definitely, it will be in our account. Because that will be accounted for when she's asking for statement of account. So that we have to use under account. So if we all agree that henceforth, if anybody is celebrating landmark, nobody is 50 years. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. If we all agree that I should post it on our website and on our platform, then whatever donation that is made, we make flag for the person, or whatever balance, the cash balance is made, we pay to the person's account. Those in support say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. Nay. The ayes have it. Okay. So please, you will see my the next coming president, because there will be election today. If we are returned to vote, if we will always put it on the platform and know that we discuss it fine enough to come out in the minute of it. So I thank you very much. Yes, sir.
I want to put an addendum that is if we are invited. Because yes, somebody may just wake up tomorrow and say that I'm 70, give me money. No, let me add this to you, please. Please. Someone like me, I will not say I hate ceremonies. I don't like any noisity. If not for Flora, that mentioned it on our platform, nobody knew it was late in the evening. That's why in my NMS class mention, I didn't say anything. Because remember the so please, anybody who is celebrating landmark, if any of us know, that person doesn't want to post it. Why I'm saying that, by the special grace of God, in 2 years, I will be 70. If I tell anybody there, some people will say, how many? And that is the truth.
And we now
24th October.
When you are 70.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that somebody should not, come up, say that I am doing this, I'm doing that. So that when you invite us, I will all see. Because all the people who knew you, truly.
Guess what I think they are men. They are men should have date of birth.
Yes. for the support given to me during my son's wedding in Abuja. I want to state that the attendance, we talked about attendance earlier here, was unprecedented because we had about 10 members of this club who attended the function. Some of them are here. In fact, almost all the queens of this club were there. Madam Rose.
Abuja,
yes. Baby was here too, and many others who are not here today. Earlier, the president mentioned a few functions and thanked those who attended those functions. Actually, I want him also to thank because it was a great occasion and I think the number was much. I want you to help me thank them, particularly the members that are here today.
We thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. Greatly appreciate your thanking us. May God continue to grant them a happy home. You have just spoken.
No, it's not AOP.
It was AOP. I will give you time. Yes.
The issue of poor attendance in this meeting and still going back is no. Poor attendance to this our meetings and activities. How do we make it possible for people to attend? Look at as we're about 20. Here we're not up to 30. And we have members. What do we do to increase our number?
See, this issue of attendance, thank you very much. We have spoken about it, and I personally know how many number of people I call one-on-one to talk to them. I call them one-on-one to talk to them, to see the need of coming here. Some are here, some are not here. And sure, most of those I spoke to are not here. There are some, I posted this, our banner, to them in particular, not to the club for them to see, to their own WhatsApp group. Some responded, some did not respond up to today. Some called me for apology. Bunza called me for apology, so I jokingly told him, I said, he will pay something to our club boss. You understand? He called me later to say, okay, he was going to send something. Because I told him, if send to boss, not sending for flight ticket. And he said he was going to send. General Umar from DHQ, we spoke together, rendering apology. Dr. Enogela did not respond. I can't remember, maybe he responded or not. And so many of them. Robinson, I spoke with Robinson one-on-one. So many of them. So we are doing our best to talk to members. I will also urge us as members of this club to talk to those that we are very close to. By the time we communicate one-on-one, while we are doing at the ESCO level, I'm sure we will see more people attending the conference and the meeting. Yes, Bossman.
Organizations that are smaller than us, that are not up to us, that replied, 1 year is enough for us to plan for this kind of forum. I also say that, well, we can still be outside the country. What we're supposed to enjoy ourselves here, not when we die. The meaning of this gathering is not want to look at the reports, give a report, you spend this day, somebody died, somebody did this. It's not about that. We want to come together, fellowship. You can as well get out of this country. 1 year is enough to plan. I've told our president that they can look at the place. If it's Gambia, if it's Dubai, if it's just look at the same place. Yes. Let us know the amount. Excuse me, let me finish. Let us know the amount. Both airfare, the hotel, how many days, everything. Okay, for one person, if it's going to be, for example, 300,000, 500. I'm just talking, because what we are trying to see, they want to let me see them. Want to set the trade, what do you put in English? By the time you start seeing other people, other club like us, what do you call it, other similar station, start want to copy them. We don't have to go for anybody. Let us seek out for box. By the time we are doing that, people say, okay, let's see. Okay, I want to follow them to this place. Want to follow to that country. I don't know. You can look at it. Think about it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yes.
I maintain the most of what Gerald Bosman just said is in line with my thoughts. I said what Gerald Bosman just said is in line with my thoughts. But the first time I heard the Bosman suggested Dubai, I cancelled it immediately.
I just mentioned it.
West Africa. He only mentioned Radisson Blue. But somebody said here on table 1 that Togo or Cotonou is Cotonou, please. I go there often, I know what I'm talking about. They have good beaches and they have good hotels. I take my family to Cotonou.
Can we be serious?
You know where he's talking about?
No, I'm in line with something. If the next reunion can be held there, I don't mind. So I leave it to the. It's not expensive. Not expensive at all. You can have accommodation about 12,000 naira, 14,000 naira, and 2 beds in a room. Equivalent of 14,000 naira. 2 beds in a room. It's hardly you get 1 bed on the resort centers by the beach. And they have everything you want. Thank you, sir.
It's okay. Please, for those of you who are familiar with those areas, you can just do your homework and let us know and give us a breakdown of what and what we think we will require so that we can start planning towards that.
I want to bring our attention to the legality of some things that we are doing. For example, when I check the list of those that have paid for the year's subscription, that is legally that you are a member of this club for 2022, I believe that person should have paid his annual dues. And you must pay your annual dues before you even consider attending the reunion meeting. I hope I'm right. Yes. So, from the list of those that have paid the annual dues and the list of those that have paid, I discovered that some names are not, there. Some people did not pay for maybe the year subscription, but paid for the union. So we need to educate ourselves that in the first place, if you have not paid for year 2022 annual dues, you are not even a member this year. You are not a financial member. You are not even supposed to be here. But if you pay for the annual due and you have not paid for the union, somehow, yeah, you are a member. It's just that you indicated not to attend the reunion. Please let us look about that and make it clear to ourselves that before you do anything, you must pay for the dues first, and then the reunion comes first. If you look at it, some people, well, that is if they know, everybody should take a look at, whether I'm paid or not.
It's okay. Payment for annual due and reunion levy. It is expected that every member of October 29 Club should pay his annual due. That one is mandatory to remain as a member. So I think from the records, they are going together.
They shouldn't even benefit from anything. They don't pay for that year. But that's the children and the married. They shouldn't benefit.
Yes, that's another ESCO has always noted that. Sorry, anytime there is a cause for the club to donate to anybody who is having any So now, we are not friends. I don't want you to attend to them.
And that is not the time to rush to plan.
Exactly. No, don't even allow that because she has the record. She has the record. She go back to 3 years. And she said, yes, it's been a regular contribution. So I think that answers that question.
Yes. Go ahead. No, you.
Thank you very much. Once again, I have 3 points to raise here.
Louder.
Go you.
Okay. Yes.
Every night.
Am I in the
Yeah, you will.
Louder. The president didn't visit me last night, so. Number 1 is about the people who pay their annual dues, but they are unable to come for the reunion. They don't even pay for the reunion. For us to sustain the bond that we are preaching here, whatever we get from here, whatever souvenir that is being raised from here, should get to them, because that's a part of us. And that's how to show them the love that we are preaching here.
Yes.
We must get to them. Whether they come or they don't come, they are still part of us.
You must pay for that.
Number two, issue of these are our chapters, 4, 8, 9 chapters in all the zones. I'm not sure that anybody knows whether there is anything like that. We meet once in a year. Yes, I have my reason for that. I live in Abuja. Not even a meeting. Nothing. And I've not heard that anywhere. In any of the zones, I've not heard anything. Not even once. Even one close to Christmas, like this day, I'm sorry, I would just say, okay, let's gather our people. Let us meet. She said, is this person, we must meet this person, we must meet this person. At the end of the day, it all failed. It failed. So we should carry this bond from the chapters. We want membership, we want members, all of them must come. Then we will sit down and then come to bond once in a year. It doesn't work like that. So the zones must be very active. Whoever is leading the zones must lead well. We should start the love from, after all, everything starts from home. We should start it from the zones, so that when we are coming, we now know that from Lagos zones, at least we are sure that 20 people will represent us. Or the others that cannot represent, whoever is heading that zone will know that these are the people that will not be able to come for the national meeting because of certain reasons. The way we are, once we finish here, we are all gone until another next year. I am talking about various zones. If it is not the right thing, find out from other zones. How many times they have them? Lagos zone, you people are doing perfectly well.
Yes, wherever we do this
Then another thing I want to thank you. I'm just hearing. Yes. So very, very well. You people have done very well. You are advert, you are everything. In fact, somebody like me, it's all the advert that I see that made me say, even if it is 2,000 naira, 2 million naira, I must come. Yeah. Because of all that. Please, reservation, hotel reservation. How can you bring people like us? There is no hotel reservation. When you come, go and pay for your visa. When I got there, I thought we were going to get our names. Oh, you are on room so. There was nothing like that. If you see the hole that they went and put us, stinking, smelling thing that we didn't even know how to sleep throughout the night. Please, I'm very sorry. This should not happen. Go to room 24. You will see what is happening there. It's like if you have ever been to a dorm house, go and see where you get two people, senior people, retirees, veterans. They go see. Very, very serious. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All points noted. We just want to encourage ourselves to ensure that we talk to one another, more especially the point she raised in respect to zonal meetings. Please, zonal meetings, the chairmen or chairpersons of the various zones, please, as we go back this time around, let's work harder to ensure that we meet at zonal level instead of just allowing the executive to organize central AGM before coming. In respect to the issue of hotel reservation, please, I want to say bear with us because the LOC tried to get the minimum cost for reservations. But at the same time, I think if we are buoyant enough to go for, let me use the word, better accommodation, the only thing is that next time we ensure that we get hotel prices outside where the LOC have tried to reserve. Because even my own room too, I was not happy with the room. But I just swallowed it up. I said it's just for 2 nights. You know, initially when I had this play about the hotel room here, I thought it was going to be better than what I saw. But I think it's a lesson for us. The other issue, I just want to thank you for appreciating us, the EXPO, for this organization. And we pray that we'll continue to do better. Please, LOC, no response to that. Thank you. Any other AOD? Okay. The last one, please. OJ, I thought you have said nothing now.
No, protocol duly observed.
You said nothing. Okay, after
What I've just said. I think why the zonal chapter is not functioning. One, from my thinking, contributions. You know, they must have an executive, or they must have somebody who pulling them up, say, look, let's contribute each month 10 naira. You understand? Because I cannot say, look, I can just wake up and I say, look, come and eat in my house. You may not like it. But if they do contribute, and the rest of look, this person may not like he may like rice. You know, they will put the money, resources together, and they will be able to hold themselves. If they start from contribution, they will function zonally. The issue of yearly due and then reunion due in October 4, 8, 9 o'clock. Is it possible? I'm just suggesting that each year we start announcing, pay all the dues. It's not better. To pay all the dues. When you now pay the treasurer, he knows what to do. He will separate A from B and say table A, this, table B, this. That is more honorable than pursuing us. You've not paid for this, you've not paid for that. We should endeavor, maybe a year they budget it. Between January and February, look, I want to pay all my dues. Just pay him above. You understand? Because if you pay 50,000 naira or more, you say, Mr. Lagbaja has paid for this, Mr. Lagbaja has paid for that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want to encourage us, please, to always listen when other people talk or raise up issues so that we don't continue to repeat the same thing. Because what you have just said, somebody have earlier mentioned it. This timing for payment of dues.
Yeah, I'm saying together.
Yes, it's the same thing.
Together, you pay M4.
It's okay. OJ.
I don't know what you have just said. In case I say what somebody has said already, can observe me. The suggestion I want to make is that we have complained about this money we pay 5,000 and all that. And I think the club has gone a long way. We need to really think about investing, and that investment is not what we can just get up there. We can set up a subcommittee that will go into what will really bring in money, additional money, apart from our annual contribution and welfare. Because I have taken part, or I'm still part of a cooperative society. It was not recent, not too long ago, when we now invested money to Bitcoin, or what we call it, it's exchange and all that, and we made some money. And then we also planned, we gave people money out, they pay back with interest, and we've been making a lot of money. But before we do that, can have a committee that will study it and come up with something before maybe next year, and then we start off from there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In short, the President and I just spoke about it. The money we have in the account, what do we do with it? Are we just going to keep the money till next year, or when contributions come, we now send it to the same account? So I think we need to invest this money actually, so that it can grow. Instead of the bank always taking interest, maintenance fee, VAT or whatever. So what area of investment are we going into? Yes. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, my advice to you or to all of us, money market or whatever market investment, no go area for now. I'm telling you, the only area that I can tell you to go in is for you to acquire foreign exchange. And of course, you cannot do that visibly, for it to be very clean, because you need to patronize the malam, the bureau de change, and the rates are not, stable, and it's going to bring suspicion. It can only be done on personal level. The only thing I can advise this club is to maybe fix some money, in the bank, fixed deposit. Otherwise, any other thing, stock market is crashing, this one is crashing, that one is crashing, they are not stable. All these, monkey, contribution, this, that, you do this, you get this, they are all scams. I can stand before you to tell that. And of course, I'm not saying nobody should go into it, but we should not go into it with the club's money. We should do something that is only very legitimate with the club's money. My recommendation is a fixed deposit. The interest may be very small, but it is, you can sleep with your two eyes closed than looking for, something that will yield higher results. Then the other way, you have a way to open a domiciliary account. At a particular time, you may just find out how much is the dollar today. Mandate the secretary or the treasurer to go and buy every money. Otherwise, let the money remain in a savings account that the flow.
Yes, just 2 days back, I went to the bank because I had some foreign currency sent to my account. I went there. When I requested for the money, they gave me, it was $2,000. Then I was given 10,000 naira again. Yes. And I said, I will ask the guy, I said, this for what? They said, no, that for every $500, I'm entitled to 500 naira. For every $100, I'm entitled to 500 naira.
That's for every dollar you are entitled to 5 naira.
Every $100. It's like, for every $100.
The money no reach $100. Just say for every one.
I'm telling you what I was told. And that was what I got. So out of $2,000, I was given 10,000 naira. So at the end of the day, they said they are encouraging people to send foreign currency to Nigeria. So just as he has suggested, if we can go into opening a DOM account so that our money do not depreciate. Whatever we have, if we change it to dollars, we'll just keep it there, we know that one is safe, and we know it will appreciate. Because actually dollar, when it was 300 naira per dollar, today is 725, 730, 40 now, you see. So we have to be very, very careful on which investment we're going to.
Just go for fixed deposit account.
Anyway, the next expo will look at yes. This is the last one, please. Last question.
Hello, we, but I think it's on, as I said, the the necessary accounts, they will keep on deducting your money too. They deduct your money, and again, if you want to spend it, voila, policy changes. The second one, put it in account. What do you call it? Fixed deposits, inflation. We are talking about inflation. What affects of the inflation rates?
The market now is very risky.
Now, what I want to say that I don't know the amount, 5 million naira. Well, if there's something you can do to hold the money that the value will increase. Later, I don't know 5 million naira. I don't know what can buy that can put in possession of the association.
If we think about it, that's why we go home. Let us also think about it. Whatever business you think we can go ahead and do as October 1st, if we bring it up, then we'll look at them all. We have already said last one.
I want to say something.
In respect to investment?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, why don't you look at money market, for example? That money is very safe. Money market is safe. You might not get a lot of money, but it is safe. And you can redeem it. Anytime you need your money, you can redeem it.
So we'll look at all those things. While we go home, let's continue to ponder on what investment to go into. Thank you very much. Government bond is another option there. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, gentlemen, once again. Last year, some of us were not in Asaba, but they made payment to attend, just like we have here now. Some people are not here, but they paid for the union. So I would suggest those who were not in Asaba last year, we gave to zonal coordinator, I think for South, OJ collected. For Abuja and environment, Ogabawa collected for them, because I remember we have to buy more of Captain Sinebe's book for distribution. So for those of you who were not with us last year, the books are here with constitution. You can come and pick. For those in your zones that did not get, so that we don't go home with them again. Then for this year's reunion, the souvenirs are ready to so that I collect for them. Like I spoke to General Ibrahim, General Nadim, that he will collect for those in the Lord, and that's not collection, but I have told him to bring this souvenir for you. So please, if you did not get last year, and those around your area that are not here this year, kindly come forward and collect for them. So that after this, we will constitute the electoral committee. The ESCO will be dissolved for a new election and come back for the new ESCO. So please come forward and collect those souvenirs for your zone.
Or friends. We are talking about zones, Mr. President. He says zones are not functioning. We are responsible.
Okay, can collect my friends.
it will be in this order. All those who turned 60 this year.
What of last year?
First and foremost, all those who turned 60 this year will have their shot. Then, so that the place is not crowded, we'll have those who turned 60 last year. Official. Okay. They will come and cut their cake. Then we'll have supporters. And those who are coming and gluing each other, they will come here also.
Those who have turned 60 in the past 3 years will come.
Okay. Okay. The number reduces as we shift it. Those who turned 60 this year, they are actually substantial. They will take their own. Those who turned 60 last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, come and line up. All right. Where is the Memodo? So, if you want to turn 60, wait for next year's cake.
Not officially.
All those. Those who turn 60 this year, they will line up in like all these opinion.
I think it will last now. Where are you going to? I am very close to 70. One year, I will not turn 60 this year. Not last decade.
campaign now. Step down now.
Yeah.
Campaign.
When time is
not the campaign for
let's see the
Okay, gentlemen.
If you were not in Asaba,
The time is fast spent. Time is fast spent. So
Okay, no, it's those that were there and those where they there and then get back. Very few.
for those of us who don't have the work, we have the permission to start.
members of this honorable club, 489, October 489. Like I said, we are already far behind time, and the ESCO has been formally dissolved. Therefore, our responsibility as the team to conduct the election into the executive office have to discharge our responsibilities forthwith without any waste of time. The members of the election committee were 4. As you can see, all of us over here, and I, as the returning officer, will straight away inform the House about the 5 offices that are available for contest. I remember I've seen this issue has already been put on our platform even before this annual general meeting, so we're already aware. Those who have interest are already aware and they have made up their mind. And those who have other suggestions or nominations to make will do that. But before we go, that
is the electoral
Okay, so the post available for contest. The first one is the office of the president of our club is available for contest, is vacant as at this moment. Then we have the office of the secretary, also vacant. Number 3, we have the office of the treasurer, also vacant now. We have the office of the financial secretary, also available for those who are interested. And lastly, we have the office of the social secretary, also vacant. So I think how I intend for us to go about it is a very straightforward issue. I would like to call on those who have made up their mind, those who are willing, those who want to offer themselves to serve in any of these offices to so indicate, or maybe we have those who nominate. You can indicate your interest, or maybe I'll call for nominations for each office. Maybe 2 nominations, 2 people to nominate. So I will start with the last one, that is office of the social secretary. So I'll call for only 2 nominations. Take note. Office of the social secretary. I'll take 2 nominations only because of time. So first, volunteer. Okay. Who are you nominating, please? You can nominate yourself as well. You can also nominate yourself.
The barrister, I think there is fund of order here.
Yes.
You will let us know. Let somebody give our opinion first. About this something. No, just what I'm nominating, what I'm going to say that I'm telling them on the post. This committee, they have done very well. We are calling them.
Then nominate for you. Nominate.
Which one?
Office of the social secretary. General Ifeomi, right? Okay. So the first nomination is Brigadier General Ifeomi, retired, has been nominated for office of the social secretary. So secondment, somebody has to second.
Supported.
No, I have to call this person. Okay, I will call on the lady, General Florence. Flora. Brigadier Flora.
FOPS retired. Support the nomination of Ifeomi as social secretary.
Okay. So supported. Social Secretary, Brigadier General Florence, Flora supported the nomination accordingly. So I would like to call for votes for all the offices.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah, this Flora just supported. Okay, fine. So the second nomination, please. Second nomination. Okay. The same office of the social secretary.
Hi, Brigadier General Toyos Akyode. I nominate Brigadier General Basi.
Okay.
As your boyfriend. As my boyfriend. Where you went with
supporting the nomination of Brigadier General J.U.O. as
Okay, so please. Please, like I said, for us to save time, we will not waste. We'll just go ahead and vote for this office. Yes, we have 2 candidates that have been nominated in persons of General Ipiomi retired and General Basi retired. So my members will assist to take the votes, and it will just be by hand raising, so that we'll not waste time. First, we want to see.
Observation.
Okay.
I think we need to know the number of voters here.
No, we don't have. No, let us and count. Yes. Yes, they will count. Yes. So please, those who are supporting the nomination of General Ipiomi retired, please let's see your hands up.
But the candidate should leave the massive vote. The candidate should leave the office.
Okay. I think this program is online, and those who are watching it via Zoom have the right to vote.
It's online.
No.